Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I'm live right here in Jacksonville. We got a great topic for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Why don't you be my neighbor? I'm out walking, and you're probably saying, what is your topic for today? Well, my topic for today is selling and being consistent, how it can help you in your selling career. It can help you in your life. It can just help you in everything that you do. When you are a consistent salesperson or a business owner or customer service agent, what does that mean? Well, basically what it means is that you do the things that you need to do over and over and over again to help you to become proficient at what you do. If you are a salesperson and you haphazardly or just, lazily just, wing it, you're not trying, new techniques or new information, you're not being consistent, you're not showing up, you're not getting out doing the hard work, it kind of makes it really difficult for you to become a successful salesperson. And I've been in sales since the early 80s in one form or capacity, from sales, from door to door, from business to business, selling over the phone. I do it all. So I'm just stressing to you guys that if you're a salesperson and if you are not being consistent, I've been guilty of that, I'm not going to lie, but what I had to do was learn over my selling career that what happens is if you keep doing what you need to do that's the right thing, you follow your sales scripts, which can give you kind of a direct on how to have a conversation with people. If you get out there and if you buy a bunch of leads and you don't use the leads and you don't actually go see the people or you don't call the people, you don't set the appointments, you get kind of complacent and you get a little bit of money, you start making a little bit of money, and we get lazy. We're not being consistent. Consistent for top salespeople means, just because you make some sales that week doesn't mean you get up and you take that pocket of money and spend it. You got to live within your means, guys. And what that means is you got to go ahead and be consistent and keep going. See, I've seen it in my own selling career, and people that were in sales, they'd get a couple of good paychecks and they get a little lazy. I've been there, I've done that, and not be consistent. And what happens is you lose the benefit of having people in your pipeline and checks coming in, more and more money. Being consistent means that you continuously train. You're always listening. You're always learning. You're always reaching out and trying to figure out how to be a better salesperson. And a lot of times, if you're not consistent, what happens is you kind of get lazy, you get kind of lethargic, and you stop doing the things that got you to be successful. And as a salesperson, or even anything in life, like for instance, right now, I've been consistent with walking. I've lost about 80 pounds. I got like 30 something more pounds, and I'll be able to have a hernia surgery. But if I'm not consistent and watching what I eat, doing the things, like exercising, going to the gym, I'm not going to be prepared, and I'll never be able to have the surgery, because it's serious surgery, guys. And in this regard, if you're a salesperson and you're finding yourself just a regular person not being consistent with the things that you need to do to help yourself to be successful, what's going to happen is you're just going to fall through the cracks, and you'll eventually lose your opportunity. I've worked with some people, and it just came to my attention here recently. I got a friend of mine, his name is J.R. Johnson, who I'm working with. And his big thing is staying consistent. What that means is I've got to go knock on those doors. When I get leads and stuff, I got to go knock on those doors until I actually talk to somebody. Until if I can't talk to somebody, call them over the phone. Try to set the appointment, because when you pay for leads and you're not doing what you need to do, it gets expensive. It costs a lot of money. And being consistent means that you have to do everything that they recommend that you do. You may work for a company and they have different types of training programs. They've got all kinds of different things that they want you to learn. So take it upon yourself to do that. You can subscribe also to my channel. I've got almost 1,000 videos on everything there is to know about selling. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all, and stuff that you probably hadn't even thought about. So being a salesperson we make the world go around. So if you're a person who's trying to become a salesperson, or if you are a salesperson and you're saying, dang, man, I don't know what's going on. The economy's not doing so great. Things aren't working out the way I thought they were. Well, remember, without salespeople, we make nothing happen. The world just stops. So you're very valuable. And the more people that you talk to and being consistent, picking up that heavy phone, going out and seeing customers, knocking on those doors. I know it's a little bit scary, fear, false evidence appearing real. It can be overwhelming sometimes. It's like anything in life, when you're scared and you're not being consistent. Like for myself, you don't lose 80 pounds just by sitting at the house and watching TV and eating bonbons. You got to be consistent. Same thing in your life. If there's something that you want to achieve, maybe you want to buy a house and you need somebody to walk you through the process, well, you can't figure it out unless you ask questions and be consistent with your good credit, trying to make sure that you pay your bills on time, pay them off, do the things that actually needs to be done so that way you can be successful. And being a consistent salesperson means that when you talk to your customers, a lot of times it's basically doing the same thing over and over and over again. And there are different people in this world, so you will have to learn different types of skills to have communication. And being consistent also means that, hey, man, it's not about you. See, if you start thinking it's about you, it's not. It's about your customers. It's about the people that you talk to. It's about what's in it for them, because nobody likes to be sold anything. They just like to be able to buy stuff. And man, being consistent, it makes all the difference and makes you a better salesperson. It helps you to do things that, a lot of mediocre people just won't do. So if you're watching this, you're trying to figure out, well, what do I need to do to be consistent? First off, you have to have a goal. You have to have a direction. You have to have something that you want to achieve. Maybe that carrot and stick that keeps you going, that makes you want to work. Maybe you want to go on a cruise. Maybe you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to buy your own new car. Maybe you want to help your family to be successful. But being consistent means you got to work your butt off, guys. It doesn't mean you rest. And see, for myself today, I do this walking because it prepares my mind. It helps my body. It ain't easy, guys. I'm telling you, when I first started walking, I weighed almost 300 something pounds. And when you're that big, it hurts your body. It was tough, but I kept going. And I don't starve. I eat a lot of really good food. I just stopped with the junk food. I started being consistent with what I ate. I started looking into the things that can help change my life. And like I said, guys, if you're a person who's trying to be a salesperson, you're trying to learn how to be a business owner, you need education. You're probably saying, what do I need education for? Well, the more you know, the more opportunities. Like, say, for instance, if you work with, I used to work in retail for a long time. And I was like, man, I was kind of capped at how much money I could make. But I decided, well, what can I do? Well, what I did was I started learning how to talk to people over the phone. I was being consistent, working in a call center so I could learn to help people with mortgage, help them to be able to pay their bills. But I was also able to help people, maybe refinance their home. But by being consistent, showing up every day, learning the craft of sales, it made it easier for me to be able to transition into being a realtor. See, I'm a realtor, and I also sell, final expense life insurance. But it doesn't happen in one day. I just got through taking all these classes and all these courses, continuing education. And I'm going to tell you what, I was consistent, because once you get the license, it's easy just to say, well, I got this license. Then 2 years later, you come by and you go, dang, man, I got to take what class? I got to take what courses to catch up? Oh, crap. And it can be kind of overwhelming. But if you're consistent and you know where you stand, and see, here's the thing. I work part-time, and I've worked other jobs full-time so I could have a little bit of, steady money coming in. But I also work, in the real estate business, and also working in the life insurance business. I'm able to do this on the side and part-time. But see, if you really want to be successful with something, you got to be consistent. They say at least by one thing that you're interested in selling. So that's what I'm doing. I'm primarily helping people with real estate, but life insurance is really important because people, they need my help. So I'm being consistent and trying to figure out all the different opportunities I can to help customers. And remember, guys, if you're a salesperson, a customer service person, just a regular person, being consistent. It's just like with my son. I raised him by myself with the grace of God helping me all by myself for 20-something years. And it was like, they didn't give me no manual. They probably didn't give you a manual for your kids. But I was consistent. I started, taking care of my child. I love on my child. Made sure he went to school. I helped him try to be the best that he could be. No customer, no family is perfect. No customer is perfect. But being a consistent salesperson, being a consistent person, loving on people so they can love themselves. There's a lot of people in this world that just want somebody to be nice to them, be kind to them. And I try to be constantly, always, doing more than I'm supposed to. The reason being is because if I don't change my life, nobody else is going to change my life for me. So if you're a person out there trying to figure out, well, is this sales job for me? Is this career for me? Remember, there's a lot of great platforms, Indeed.com, ZipRecruiter, Monster, all these different companies are buying for you to look at their information. So if you're looking for a sales job, or if you'd like to be in sales, or maybe you're in sales, but it's not working out for you, because I've worked with a lot of companies since the 80s that ain't here no more. But see, I gleaned information. I learned, the craft of selling. I was watching Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, and a whole lot more, Bedford. Just a lot of great people that are out there that can teach you the basics and the fundamentals on how to be a great salesperson. And for myself, being a consistent salesperson means year after year after year, I keep training, I keep studying, I keep taking courses. And if you want to be a more successful salesperson, like I said, I was in retail for a long time, but I wanted to make more money. I wanted to have more opportunity. So I was consistent. I got my education. I went back to school, to learn how to just to be able to use a computer, basic skills. And I also went back to school to get my real estate license, my mortgage license, my insurance license. I'm just saying, guys, being consistent and trying to be the best you can be means, you do more than the average bear, okay? A lot of times people just do the minimum and they think, well, I don't know why I'm not successful. There's different levels of success. In my opinion, I own my own home. I pay for my cars. I've raised a kid by myself by the grace of God. I've been able to be consistent. I've been able to show up and be able to make money. Am I perfect? Heck no, man. I've had a lot of faults. I've made a lot of mistakes. I made some bad choices, and I made some choices, that were okay. And then I made some choices that because I was consistent, trying to get to the next level, trying to be the best person I can be, it made a difference in my selling career. So do yourself a favor, guys. If you're trying to be successful, maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to change your life. Maybe you want to go back to college. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to get a real estate license, an insurance license. Or maybe you just want to be the best salesperson you could be. Because I love selling furniture. That was so much fun. And I loved it. It's beautiful, a lot of stuff. And I enjoyed it. A lot of these opportunities that I've had where I've had to call people over the phone, set appointments, do things that were out of my comfort zone made me a better person. But I had to be consistent with all the things that I do. And you're probably saying, dang, where you at, guy? I'm over here walking in this area and over here close to where I live because I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to help people. And by me being a healthy person, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, I'm able to love on people and not be, worried about things so much. But like I said, you have ebb and flows. And I give God the glory. Thank you, Yahweh Yeshua, for helping me to be a good person who changed me. I used to look at people like they were dollar bills, but now I look at people as people like building relationships. So I consistently go out. I go to parties. I go to meet people. I go to meet and greets. I go to different things and organizations where if before, I didn't know people. And when you're consistent talking to people about business, changing your life, it can work for you, but you got to work hard. So our topic for today, I'm breathing hard because I'm telling you what, I'm trying to get this weight off and it's working one day at a time. I'm being consistent and I consistently tell you guys, if you want to be successful in any endeavor, first you got to write down your goals. You got to have an idea of what you want to do and look at those goals regularly and on a daily basis, do those most important things that need to be getting done. So that way, like the other day, man, I was taking this class and it was underwriting and life insurance and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, man, it's like, I thought it was going to take a couple of hours. It took me like 9 hours. And then I had to take a test and then my computer froze up when I went to take the test, and I had to retake the test. But I got a good grade great on it and I passed it because I was being consistent. I didn't give up. And like I said, guys, if you're a person who's just like me, who wants to be, the best that they can be, like I said, it's at different levels for people. Everybody doesn't want to be a millionaire, but I do. And I don't know about you. You probably want to make a lot of money too. That's why we get in sales, because it can help change people's lives. I can help, and you can help change your own life. And remember, guys, check out my free websites. I'm on Instagram under Your Real Estate Sales Guy. I post a lot of videos, commercials, funny stuff. I help other people in their businesses. I'm being consistent by posting information. If you're wanting to be a top salesperson, if you want to be good at anything, the key to success is being consistent. Thank you, JR, for reminding me about this, because I definitely want to be consistent. And I definitely want to make money. And I definitely want to help as many people as I can get what they want. Remember, it's a numbers game, guys. The more people you share your information with, the harder you work. I didn't say hard doing the wrong things, but hard doing the right things, catching the education, training, studying, learning, talking to people, picking up the heavy phone, knocking on the doors, and exhausting your leads that you get. So remember, guys, today we're just talking about consistency. Even in your own life, guys, consistency can change everything. If you're trying to sell something, you need to go ahead and take a deep breath and breathe out. And remember, consistency can help take you to the next level. And that don't mean you get paid, you stay home and don't work. What it means is when you get paid, you put that in the bank and you pay your bills off and you live within your means. You be consistent, living properly, and save your monies for a rainy day, but also be consistent in your job and your opportunity. Because once you start making money and it starts rolling and rolling and rolling, you'll eventually get to be older. Okay? I've been in sales since the 80s in one form of capacity, so I've been consistent. Didn't even know I was being consistent, and now I just love selling. I love everything about it. So do me a favor, guys, go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, or if you're not being consistent, it's really hard to be really good at anything. It's really hard to be a great salesperson if you're not consistent with all the things that you need to do to make your life better. So go out there and sell something, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna get this surgery. I'm gonna keep selling. I'm gonna keep talking to people. I'm gonna keep adding great stuff. And check out my free website on YouTube under Your Happy Realtor. Okay, also under Gary Lee Stanley. If you want to see who I am, just Google me, and you'll kind of say, dang, okay, I think I know this guy. And remember, guys, if you're trying to buy something or if you're trying to sell something, be consistent. What are you going to do? Don't be stupid. Be smart and learn the craft of selling. Do everything you can in your power to be the best that you can be. But being consistent, oh my gosh, man, it makes all the difference in the world. Okay? So go out there and be consistent and go out there and sell something. Have a wonderful day. And God bless you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm getting my gun shows on. I'm losing weight and I'm being consistent. I got you. All right. Thank you. Being consistent. Okay. All right.